Alright everyone, so the Prehistoric Marine Reptile Pack has been added to the game and I've been trying to discover as many bugs as possible with it. So here's to start off. You can get NOTHOSAURUS. Just if you tranquilize it on the rock, it'll actually just walk off the rock and then, you know, flop around the water. But that is not the main addition of today. I have figured out how to get dinosaurs, that's right, not NOTHOSAURUS or ARCHELON, I'm not including them. I'm talking dinosaurs like T-Rex, DILOPHOSAURUS, onto the rocks. Now, I'm just going to show it off in today's video, just so none of you get mad. I'm going to show off how to do it in tomorrow's video, okay? For now, I just want to show off some animations, because when the NOTHOSAURUS gets close to the DILOPHOSAURUS, it actually triggers an animation for DILOPHOSAURUS. So it's like, was NOTHOSAURUS originally meant to be able to leave the lagoon and trigger DILOPHOSAURUS's animation? Because you can see it triggers an animation that's originally not supposed to be there, because it's not an idle animation, because it only did it once for me when the NOTHOSAURUS passed the DILOPHOSAURUS. But basically, we're just trying to get them on the rock now, because we have some inhabitants on the rock, as I was saying. So yeah, just currently in the water looking for one that's about to go up on the rock. I don't know, they're all kind of taking their time here. I think one just went up. Yes, it did. Oh, and there's another one as well. So there you go. As you can see right there, DILOPHOSAURUS. It's not perfectly on the rock, I do apologize. That is the reason for that is it's really hard to get them on the rock once you get them close to the rock. But yeah, over here it kind of looks a bit better. It works way better with massive dinosaurs like, you know, T-Rex, because you can just easily get them up onto the rocks. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm not going to fully tell you how to do the glitch, but I'll give you part of it, alright? So, you know, if you know how to get dinosaurs into the aviary or lagoon, that's part of it. That's not the whole thing, but that's part of it. And that includes like the hatchery glitch, where you have to, you know, select a new, then, you know, go hatchery and stuff. We can see the NOTHOSAURUS leaving, but there's actually an animation that does trigger the DILOPHOSAURUS to go into attack mode. And that's for NOTHOSAURUS exclusively. So it means, well, not exclusively, maybe, you know, it can do it on land, but here it does do it. That's not the animation, that's just an idle animation. But when NOTHOSAURUS goes past it, it actually does trigger it. I think at 3 minutes 30 into the video, it does trigger its animation finally. But yeah, I apologize if I'm late to upload this video, actually, because this glitch did take a little while to pull off, but I eventually got there. So, you know, I think I was going for a couple of hours trying to figure out, because it was like, surely there's a way to do it, especially considering, you know, you can get the hatchery to, you know, spawn DILOPHOSAURUS into the lagoon. So it was like, surely there's a way to get them onto the rock. And there was eventually, because you can't put the rock right next to the hatchery. There you go. That's the animation right there that triggers when NOTHOSAURUS goes right next to DILOPHOSAURUS. But I'm not too sure if it does that to any other creature. We're going to try spawn in ARCHELON later on and see, you know, if that triggers the animation. But, you know, I just think it's so cool considering, you know, DILOPHOSAURUS and NOTHOSAURUS, you know, they encountered each other in Camp Cretaceous. NOTHOSAURUS, the only creature encountered was DILOPHOSAURUS, because, you know, the moment it gets out the lab, it only gets to see the one creature, and then we never see it in the show again. That's pretty much it. It kills the DILOPHOSAURUS. And speaking of, you know, NOTHOSAURUS is the only creature that's killed a DILOPHOSAURUS, so it was like, we have to bring them together. There you go, there's one leaving now. It's not close enough, I don't think. It hasn't triggered the animation. I think to be close enough, the NOTHOSAURUS has to be entering the rock on that side, but on this side, you know, when it leaves the rock, it's close enough to the DILOPHOSAURUS. But still, I know, it's just so cool that this was able to be pulled off, even if it's like a bit weird. They kind of look like they're standing on water, but yeah, you can pull it off better with like T-Rex and bigger dinosaurs like sauropods. You can push them up onto the rock, not push them, but like, you know, get them up there, get them to go there. This is just so cool. Look at this. This is like Camp Cretaceous, you know, reconstructed. That's not one of the 8 animations, by the way. That's just like an idle animation. But yeah, I'm waiting for another Nothosaurus to go up. I believe this one can trigger the Dilophosaurus because it's going next to it. So we'll see. Yep, there you go. That's the exact same attack animation it had from before when the Nothosaurus got close. And as you can see, it's only when the Nothosaurus goes near it, when it enters onto the rock, because it's not doing that any other time. So it's like, it's just so cool because like, I feel this kind of means considering Dilophosaurus has the animation for that, for Nothosaurus going close, you know, it's like, was Nothosaurus originally planned to be a land creature? Because, you know, the only creature it encounters is Dilophosaurus, and it's the only creature it kills, but yet they don't have a fight animation for each other because Nothosaurus is a lagoon creature. And the only way to get, you know, Dilophosaurus onto the lagoon is, you know, like, yeah, to glitch it basically, but, you know, I wonder, can I spawn Nothosaurus on land? I want to actually try that now. Alright, so it kind of worked as I expected it would. Unfortunately, Nothosaurus does not go into land mode like it does on the rock. So it's kind of just stuck in aquatic mode. But hey, I mean, at least that's a super cool picture. Like, oh my god, look at that. But yeah, as I was saying, unfortunately, Nothosaurus isn't just going to start walking around. It actually needs the rock to go into that animation. And you can't put the rock on land, you know, there has to be like a lagoon for it. And because, you know, Nothosaurus needs to be in the lagoon, it kind of just goes into an idle animation, standstill. That's actually really cool, the Dilophosaurus with its frill out. But I do want to try the same thing with ARCHELON, right? Because maybe it's different, you know, maybe, you know, because ARCHELON's kind of always in that position. It doesn't have its flippers behind its back like Nothosaurus does, whereas, I mean, if it was on land, you know, it would have its feet touching the ground, but whereas ARCHELON's flippers kind of has them. So I'm going to show you how to do the aviary glitch in case you don't already know how to do it, which it works the same way with lagoons and land ones. So you just hover over the creature you want. So I'm going to hover over ARCHELON. That's all I need. And then I go back to my aviary, click on it, right? And then you can see there's nothing there. It's because I pressed the triangle and went to the creature selection, so you can go big, small, but there's new. Press on new and it'll have ARCHELON for you, or whatever creature you want to spawn. But ARCHELON kind of just goes under the ground and it's kind of stuck there. I remember doing this with Mosasaurus, so you're not going to be able to find ARCHELON. It's kind of stuck there. I'm surprised Nothosaurus is above land, to be entirely honest. That was just lucky, but you know, speaking of ARCHELON, we got to try it out in the lagoon, get onto the rock near Dilophosaurus, see if it does trigger that animation we were talking about earlier on, you know, when Nothosaurus walks past it. But I feel, you know, because I don't really think it triggered an animation for Dilophosaurus, did it? When it was, I mean, Dilophosaurus did lay out its frills, but I feel like it was because it was walking around and it wasn't stuck idle. I'm not too sure though. It could have been because it was next to Nothosaurus, but still, I'm not too sure. But, you know, ARCHELON, we're going to try and get it onto the rock thingy. Go on, little buddy, up you go. Surely it's going there, right? It's literally like circling around the whole rock. It knows the rock's there. Come on. Yeah, there we go. We've got it to turn. All right, we're going to slow it down. And past it goes the Dilophosaurus. So this is when it, you know, it would do that animation. It's opening its mouth. That's a bit weird. It's not doing it though, I don't think. So there you go. I feel like Nothosaurus is the only one to trigger that kind of idle animation. You know, when, I mean, Dilophosaurus normally does that when it's walking around and stuff, but when it's stuck like this, it's kind of just stuck to this set. It moves its head around, you know, opens its mouth a bit like that, but never fully opens its mouth and frills until the Nothosaurus was walking past. So it makes me wonder, you know, if Nothosaurus, maybe, like, you know, they changed the code so when it goes onto the rocks, it's titled Nothosaurus Land, and so it counts as like a land animal or something. I don't know entirely, you guys, but, you know, would be pretty cool. I think I've got one more thing. I want to try, but I'll save that for another video. So, you know, I'm going to finish it up here. It's almost 10 minutes. Got the NOTHOSAURUS walking past. Just look at all the NOTHOSAURUS bodies swinging around. They're not dead, don't worry guys, they're just tranquilized. But if you do want to know how to get the dinosaurs near the rocks, make sure like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for the video tomorrow. Here's NOTHOSAURUS here. Yeah. It's so funny looking, but hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you later. Bye everyone.